Hey, people. A few weeks ago, I asked men, what question would you ask a single woman if you could ask anything? And I got a bunch of questions back. A lot of those were answered in episode 5 of this podcast, so check that out if you haven't already. But here's just a few more that we didn't get to in the first round. Thank you again to everybody that sent one in. For people who have recently sent me ideas for fun new topics, don't worry, I've got those, and I'll be mixing them into my conversations in the next couple of weeks. I'll go ahead and toss in a quick disclaimer here and remind you that these are just our humble opinions, but we're always happy to share them with you. So with that, I hope you enjoy this conversation I had with my friend, Michelle Harman. Bam. We're recording. Gonna warm up.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Ab now, brown cow. Ab now, brown cow.
That's
the
amazing.
Human Torch demanded a bank loan.
That's perfect. Do you know what I did today? I didn't tell you. I cooked for myself, and I was making, the jalapeno life.
You love the
You know
spicy.
how I'm in the jalapeno life?
Yeah.
I rubbed jalapeno juice into my eyes today.
Oh.
That's why I'm in my glasses.
Ugh.
Into my eyes.
I've done that before. It's
Yeah.
not fun. Do you know if
I thought I was going to need new eyes for a
Ugh.
second.
That's rough.
Yeah, I was really worried.
You know, if you cut too many jalapenos, your fingers will be on fire too. So sometimes
Yeah.
you got to wear gloves. You're
Oh,
gonna chop a lot of.
I don't own any
jalapenos.
gloves right now.
Mm.
And that's a struggle for me personally. But yeah. Also, I read this thing too. This is weird. I read this thing about jalapenos online about how you make them like hotter. I don't know what. When you get lost on the internet.
Oh, I like jalapenos.
I like jalapenos. Just search about them a little bit. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And then it said the capsaicin is the pepper's natural defense. Okay. So when the jalapeno plants are stressed, because they're like lacking water. So
Yeah.
if you make them, if you're growing them and they lack water, then they build up more capsaicin. And I was like, so I'm like eating jalapenos with anxiety. That was my first thought. They're stressed out. It's their defense. It
So
made me
are
kinda
like
sad.
habaneros just like a hot mess?
Yeah, it made me kind of sad for
Yeah.
them.
The ghost peppers.
Am
are
I
just
being
out
too
of this
sensitive?
world.
I'm being too sensitive, probably. I don't know. But that's how my day started.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. What did you do?
I went on a nice little jog through down
Please.
through Crown Point,
Mm-hmm.
To Ingram, to the bridge.
Yeah.
Went to lunch, went to the beach in La Jolla. It was very nice.
It's a nice
I'm just
day
glad
off.
the sun was out.
It was a beautiful day. And I just cleaned and cooked,
But you got your steps
and
in.
cooked my eyes in jalapeno juice because I'm successful. All right. So we have got more questions. Are you ready to dive into these?
Yes, I haven't heard them, so let's do
Well.
this.
Well,
We're gonna wing it.
wing it. First question. Why do girls always want to cuddle?
I wouldn't say all girls want to cuddle.
Mhm.
I think
it's a bold question.
yeah, I don't know.
Assuming.
Mhm. I think women like to have just the intimacy without the sex,
Mm-hmm.
probably, and they want to feel just kind of love without that being an aspect, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's just a
Just
matter of a little bit
closeness.
of connection element
Yeah.
to it. But I mean, it says, why do girls always want to cuddle? Which to me would seem like you're saying that guys don't usually want to cuddle. I feel like I run into a lot of guys that want to cuddle, or they're
Mhm.
using that as a tactic to be like, oh, but I'm a cuddling guy.
Cuddle,
Like it's a perk.
and then you feel something behind you, and you're like, we're not just cuddling anymore. Gotcha.
Wow.
No,
She's like, no, but seriously.
I'm the type of person I enjoy cuddling. I think that's very nice. But
Yeah.
I get to a point where I'm just like, okay, now it's hot.
You just get warm.
We're done. Well, let's move to our separate sides.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's a
it's
human
little
thing.
much.
That's a human thing.
Yeah.
Guys will act like they're the only ones that get hot. Everybody gets warm.
Yeah, I always
Everybody
gotta
gets
kick some
warm from
covers
time
off.
to time. So yeah, it's just a connection thing. Like, just it's not bad. But I don't
Mhm.
like it when guys use it as like but this is a pro about me because this is a special
I'm
skill.
a great cuddler.
Yeah, they'll tell you that. They'll tell you that. Next question. Why do you say you're okay when you're really not? The classic epidemic of a
Oh,
man asking a woman, are you okay? And she's like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
yeah. Some women use it as a punishment. So they don't know exactly what's going on, but they know something's wrong. Some or the other people do it because they just don't want to get into it. They're upset, but maybe they just don't want to talk about it. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sometimes I'm choosing to decide that this is not that big of a deal.
mm-hmm.
And I just go, okay, like I'm fine. Don't
Mm-hmm.
worry about it, because it's like some little thing that I know really doesn't need to be blown up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And sometimes you just need to, your emotions can take hold of you, but you realize it's can be maybe an illogical reaction to
Yeah.
some type of thing. And you're like, okay, this is not that big of a deal. I'm fine. And maybe you're not at the moment. You just don't want to make it a thing.
You don't want to make it a thing. Maybe you don't want to make it a thing in that moment. Maybe just
Mm-hmm.
in that moment, it's not a good time. What if you're out and they say that? You're all right? And you're like, yeah, I'm good. Because you don't want to make it a thing.
Also,
there.
it depends on the situation. Are there a bunch of people around? Like, you don't want to start a scene necessarily.
No, it's not
But
my
usually,
thing.
if something's wrong, I'll be like, yeah, I'm not happy about this, but
Do you
we'll talk about
bring
it
it up
later.
later, or would you wait for him to bring it up?
If I have an issue with
If you were
something,
going to bring it up.
I'll usually bring it up. Yeah.
You'll bring it up.
Yeah.
That's good. I feel like sometimes too, I have this instinct of like to say that I'm okay, just because I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel like a bother. Depending on who the person is, if I know that they're
Right.
not a person that's very like emotionally receptive for any reason,
Mhm.
it feels like my emotions will be a bother onto them.
Right.
And I go, no, I'm cool. Like, no worries, we're fine.
Because like as women, we're conditioned to be that I'm that cool girl that doesn't have issues with anything.
Yeah.
And if I bring something up, then I'm just like one of those crazy women who
Yeah, now I'm crazy. Now I
Yeah,
have a
like
weird thing. Even if it's completely like a logical
Yeah.
response and it can be a rational conversation, I feel like that's kind of imprinted on us sometimes to just be
Definitely.
like, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. So yes, that's why we say we're okay sometimes. But you know, it's nice if a guy like say maybe we say we're okay in the moment, and then later, like if he did come
Mhm.
back and ask
That's
and just
nice.
bring it up, that would be a really nice thing to do. If you did sense that maybe she's not fully okay with something.
Mhm.
Next question. Does size matter, Michelle? Does it matter
Whew.
to you?
What a question.
It's the age-old question.
It is. Let me say this. A medium penis would be great. A penis. But you know, it's not like we want these giant
No.
things coming out. That's scary.
Please.
Too
It's
long,
scary.
too wide. That's an endeavor that
It's
some
overwhelming.
women won't want to start on. But you know, I feel for the men who have the micro penises. You know what?
Gosh.
But that's a very rare condition, I would say. If you have a little one and you know how to use it, and
Hey.
you can please your woman in other ways,
Yes.
you know what? That's fine. You're not less of a man because of that. Don't feel self-conscious because of it. You know what? If you found the right woman and you make her happy and you can satisfy her, then that's fine.
all that matters.
Right?
It's all that matters. So don't worry about that so much. I feel like guys are always sizing themselves up.
Yeah, it's like
Comparing their
comparing
numbers.
with rulers.
Yeah,
and what's
no,
going
that's
on
not
here?
necessary.
Everybody calm down.
Don't do it. I don't compare boob sizes with my friends.
No.
We don't do that. That's not how we spend our time, you know? Next question. This guy said, is it weird if I ask someone I just started dating if they want to have kids in the future? Not necessarily with me, but if she just wants them in general, I'm worried that I'm going to weird her out. So, new relationship. He's worried about even skirting that issue, which seems like it doesn't seem like a bad thing to just ask if you ask it in a casual way. You're not asking it all serious, like let's have children tomorrow, but you're trying to get, if you're, serious about finding somebody that you want to have a relationship with.
Yeah.
What's the problem with being like, hey, do you happen to want kids in the future?
Because like for some people that's a complete game changer. Like if someone doesn't want to have kids and you
then it's
then
officially
it's
a
like,
waste of their time if you have a different response.
I think that it's important within the first 3 to 4 dates to figure that type of thing out. And I don't some people are real sensitive about it, but I really think it's an important thing to ask. So don't feel weird about it. It's not like being like, "Do you want to have children with me someday?"
Yeah.
It's
Don't
just like,
don't ask it weird.
yeah, just be like, "Hey, how do you feel about kids?
Yeah.
Like one day, do you think that's in your future, or
Mm-hmm.
is that just not for you?"
Yeah, and you don't got to first date it. You don't got to do it
No.
on a first date. You can do it a
Yeah.
couple dates in or something like that in casual conversation. But there's certain things that kind of if you are looking for a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
there's some foundational things that would really help to have in common because you can bypass them for a while in the casual dating part. But at some point, like say you end up together longer than you even anticipated, they're going to be a real issue. And there are things that people break up over.
Right.
Whether it's children, it could be religion, it could be if you have serious, strong political issues for some people.
Yes.
Like some of those things become important. So it's like you don't got to first date it, but it probably should come up
You should
somewhere
address
in the first part of the dating zone, so you at least know where you guys lie.
it. Absolutely. Because then if you start hanging out with someone and you just start falling in love with someone,
You
and
catch
then
feelings. Ugh.
catch feelings. When does that happen?
Who does that?
But no, like, and then you just find out, he's a liberal and you're a conservative, and you're like, well, dang, I don't know.
Because some people have really solid, hardcore, firm beliefs, and they're not willing to move.
Right.
It's one thing if you have somebody that can they're a little flexy. They're a little flexy on some things, or they're okay with kind of compromising things. But I think it does get into a real issue if you think about, like, I want to raise children with somebody.
That's
How you
the
raise
big
the
thing.
children is bigger than just you two.
Totally. That's when it
Yes.
really comes into play.
Yes. So don't be afraid to ask,
Mm-hmm.
right? Gotta ask.
Totally.
This is an interesting one. How come women's handwriting is so much better than men's? Somebody was real worried about that.
Well, I mean, I have okay handwriting, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's better than men in general. You have very nice handwriting.
Do I?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh,
You know what's interesting? If I think about it, maybe girls spend more time on it when we're younger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm busy writing, my crush's name on my notebook. Got to get that practice in. Or like I remember practicing my cursive a lot. I thought that was a big deal. Do you think now? Here's my question. I know some men with really nice handwriting too, so I don't really know what the distinction is there. But my question is, with kids nowadays, do you think that there's the same emphasis on penmanship anymore?
I don't know.
Do they still like learn their like?
I don't have a lot of younger kids
I don't know
in
a
my
lot of
life,
children. Yeah,
but I don't know. Do they still even teach cursive? Because that was a huge thing.
It was a
when
big
we grew up.
deal.
Like you
We'd have a
have to
test.
know. Yeah, in 3rd, 4th grade, like up until probably like 8th grade, I was all cursive, and then it was like high school. That doesn't matter.
It didn't matter. So I'm curious now how much emphasis they put on having decent handwriting. Is it still real relevant? Because probably with the way we're going,
Everyone's
might
typing anyway. No one's really writing anything
That's what I'm saying.
anymore.
Have you ever tried to? Well, I've been dream journaling.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a lot of writing with my hand, and my hand gets tired
Real quick. Yeah.
really quick, and I feel like I'm having to put a lot of effort into even making it look nice because I'm a perfectionist when I'm writing, of course. But I'm sitting there trying to write nice, and I'm like, man, my hand is getting tired. Like that's a muscle that we're losing.
Yes, totally. I remember in 5th grade writing essays and being like, "Mom, my hand hurts so bad. Can't
5
write
pages.
anymore. It's 9:30. Can you do it?" She's like, "No."
No,
Finish your
absolutely
report.
not.
I finished school. You do it yourself.
That's funny.
Yeah. Girls in general tend to want things to be more dainty and pretty. Probably that's the easiest.
I think that
answer
we
to
maybe just
question.
focused on it more as kids in general. And then
Little.
every now and again, what do you think when you meet a man, you see his handwriting is real nice? I'm always surprised. I'm like, oh, look at you. Like I treat it like it's a big deal. I'm like, oh my goodness. Where did you get that good handwriting? Practice?
What else about you is fancy? Let's see.
That's funny. So men, work on your handwriting. Or don't. I mean, we don't really care, I'll be honest with you.
Will we ever even see it these days? We don't know.
No, look at doctor's handwriting. Terrible.
The worst.
Next question. Do girls go to the bathroom together so they can talk about the guys they're with?
Oh yeah, I've done that before, but not
To
anytime
compare
recently.
notes?
I mean, sometimes it's just like you want a buddy to go with.
I feel like if we're in a bar situation like that I'm not very familiar with, maybe we're in a different place or something like that, or it's especially crowded, then I like the company. Like if you're making your way through the crowd,
Right.
because I don't know if guys realize sometimes if you're in a really crowded bar, like guys will just grab you.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily indecently, but they'll grab you by the elbow. They try to stop you. They try to whatever and have conversations with you. And it's kind of better if you have a buddy system just to get to and from where you're going.
Right.
So that's that's especially like a Vegas situation. I hate Vegas. Side note.
Definitely. And then it's nice to have a person that you'll have someone to be with if you go out back into the bar and your people are gone or they've moved to another place.
That happens.
But
you
yeah,
awkwardly look around the bar like you ain't got no friends.
Oh,
I swear I have friends. They're somewhere.
But yeah, sometimes definitely it's like we need a safe place to talk. How you feel about this person?
So I've been looking.
You going home with him tonight?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What's happening?
Oh, you know what we also talk about? Like, what do you need me to do? You got a sign?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable? Are you feeling this, dude?
Yes.
Do you like say the safe word if you need me to like be the obnoxious friend that's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
And like Courtney needs to go home, so we gotta go. You can get an Uber back. We're leaving, like that type of thing.
Because you got to figure out the game plan. Yeah. I think that is important time.
Also, can we talk about how women are like the nicest people ever in bathrooms when they're drunk? They're just like
I've never
unlimited amount of compliments.
I've never experienced female camaraderie like I have in a drunk women's bathroom. 1 a.m. in the morning, everything's wet. The counters are wet. The floors are wet. Why is everything wet? It's my first complaint. You know, I don't like a public restroom.
Oh.
I don't like a public restroom. I don't. Which is why I drink neat alcohol for the most part. Less liquid. You still get the intoxication slightly.
Yeah.
But less liquid because I don't want to be in there, to be honest with you.
It's a dangerous place, but you know what? I've saved a few women from humiliation. They get that toilet paper stuck to their heels, and you see them walking out, and you go, "No, girl, stop!" And you go, "You have TP on your shoe," and they go, "Oh my God, thank you so much. You just saved me."
And they're all checking their makeup and all that kind of stuff. And then my classic story. This is the only time I've ever really experienced this. I'll tell it. Where I walked into that bathroom, and this is years ago now, huh? And I walked in there, and I don't know what I was talking about. This girl like let me go ahead of her or something. She's like, "Oh no, hey, you can go ahead." And she was like, "You're so pretty. You look like you work out." And I was like, and just tears welled up in my eyes. And I was like, "Oh my God, thank you, thank you." Like, I really needed that compliment in that moment. And I really internalized it.
Yeah.
Oh, it hit me. It hit me. And I was like, this is a good place.
Yeah.
This is a good place.
It's a safe place.
Yeah. If I was completely sober, it's a gross place. But for now, it's a nice place. Yeah. So, yes, there's several reasons why we might go to the bathroom together. Safety, conversation, game planning, compliments. Right?
Yes. All those things.
All of those things together. How come women have their boobs out and then get mad if I'm looking at them?
Ooh. I wouldn't say I would get mad if someone was looking at them. It's more just like if you're just staring at them the whole time. If like if you get a glance, like they're there. Yeah. They're there to see.
Yeah. Here's the thing: if we've worn a low cut shirt or they're present, like I don't expect a man to not look. Obviously, obviously, a man would look. They are there. The problem is when they stare and they forget to look at everything else of you into your eyes. I think guys wonder sometimes: do we notice if they're glancing? The answer is yes. We do notice when you're glancing. The only safe time I think for them to glance is when we're fully turned away. Do you know what I mean? Because you notice their eyes shift.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty big difference.
Yeah. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it if it's a glance. So that's one thing. If a woman is showing a lot of cleavage and she's mad at you, that's probably something she's got to accept that she's playing a part in, you know?
Right.
But the other thing too is sometimes I'll have like, because I've had guys, they'll be like, oh, I saw your boobs in that picture again, like your boobs were out. I'm like, okay, okay. I was like, well, I'll just stop putting them out there. And they go, oh no, don't do that though. Like it's fine. It's like, so you're trying to shame me.
Like I
But
should
you're
be a certain type of person if I'm always showing this type of cleavage. Is that what they're getting at?
Yeah, or something. But they're like trying to shame me for just having them and they're just there, right? But they want me to keep doing it. But it's like just their way of bringing them up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just their way of bringing them up. And the thing also is, it's like, I don't know. My grandma taught me.
Grandmama.
My grandma taught me. She always said that I shouldn't feel ashamed of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're there. You should feel comfortable with them. They're a part of your body. You should be proud that you have them. I got them super early too. When I was like 11.
See, we're opposites. I
Yeah.
was like 16, just flat. And then I was like, one day I blossomed and I was like, hey, finally.
Yeah. See, I got them so early. And
That's hard.
And I
It
was
must have been
ashamed of
hard.
them for like a long
Yeah.
time. And I was wearing really big sweatshirts and I was super uncomfortable with it, So getting to the point even with being comfortable with it was a whole different thing. But really, it's just a body. Just your body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Hashtag free that nipple. Just kidding. I'm not Miley Cyrus. But it would be nice to tan at the beach, sometimes topless, if you felt like it, in a safe place,
And
not around the
yeah.
children's, so you don't have white boobs. I think everybody wants that.
You're going to be that
And
older
even
woman at
tell-
Black's Beach. You are.
Maybe.
You are.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yes. Maybe
Okay,
yes.
All right.
If not before that. If not before that. There's a lot of beaches that allow that.
I mean,
you could
Europe,
voyage.
in Europe, it's a completely different situation.
Yes, you need to go to Europe.
Yes.
Or just get a house situation with a
tanning
backyard or a backyard space, just
Yeah.
where you're safe. But there's drones now, so be worried
Drones,
about
helicopters,
that. Just checking you out.
Amazon, just
Can you
dropping off
imagine
packages.
A drone right about you.
I'm like, let's go inside.
That is so.
Now I'm on the internet. Damn it.
Got the HD cameras. Can't be safe anywhere.
You really can't.
It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. That makes me think of our camping trip. When we were out there at the last camping trip and we were just trying to play some music and just enjoy music. And there's 4 of us sitting around a campfire. And that what is he, a park ranger?
Yeah. He had
Came up there and talked to us like we were children.
Yeah.
Children. And we were like, we can't listen. Like, I'm thinking, like, in my head, I'm like, we can't listen to music out in the wilderness. I can't go out into the woods.
Where can I
and
listen?
play music? Where can I go? Okay.
Yeah.
They don't want me to do it in my apartment. They want me, like, where am I supposed to go to enjoy a little bit of music? And what was there? 2 other campsites
Yeah. Come on, dude.
in our place? And then, do you remember what he said?
He's like, oh, there's
I'm
like
indignant about this, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember what he said? He said, usually we just ask people to turn it down. This was our first warning, by the way. We didn't even know we had complaints, right? This was our first warning. He said, usually we just ask people to turn it down. But with you guys, we're just going to go ahead and ask you to turn it off. I was like, what? He was treating us like we were 15 years old.
And he like threatened some type of legal action too. Like we could get fined or for a violation of noise. I'm like, calm down. It's
He
like
was-
9:30.
And it was before the quiet time. I couldn't believe that. It was the music we were playing, though.
Yeah.
We was playing the hip hops.
The hippie hoppies.
Hip hop. Hip. Yeah, we were playing some of that. I think that's
I think
what
he
it
didn't
was.
like hip hop music. That's
yeah,
what it was.
but he was very aggressive with us. That's a tangent, but
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. Anyway, next question. Hey, chest hair or no chest hair?
Oh, I can do either or.
Yeah.
If you're real dark and full,
Yeah.
that's not something I'm used
Carpet
to.
rug.
Like yeah,
Chest
you're
rug.
like Austin Powers, if you will.
where
there's a lot.
where it flows from the top,
I don't know.
peeks out on the top.
I think I'm the type of person who probably prefers less, but I don't think I would not date someone that had a full thing of body hair.
It's not a defining factor.
No,
I like chest hair.
like a lot or just
I don't like like a
Like a
I
bear.
don't like if it's too like it's all. You ever seen Neve Schulman from Catfish?
Yeah.
You ever seen that guy?
And it goes down into the abs.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
and that's just him, and that's cool. He's rocking it.
Mhm.
But like that's not normally what I'm going for. I like just like a nice. You get that nice patch on the top. You know, I just see a little bit of it. You got a button-down shirt on. You know, and I just see a little. I think it's manly.
It is.
I think it's manly.
It's nice.
I have no problem with chest hair. What about back hair?
Not as big of a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but you can manscape.
Yeah.
That's easy.
I mean, I don't know how hard it is to shave your back. I've never tried something like that.
But they can get it waxed too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the only thing I think most women would really ask you to wax, right? For a man? It's the only serious one.
I mean,
because
women
have to
like
do a lot.
Nethers, but I don't have an issue with that.
No, women are a little bit more lenient, I think.
Yeah,
on that stuff.
But yeah, back hair. So as long as it's not out of control, I can deal with it.
Yeah, it's just genetic, really.
Yeah,
but you can do a little bit of escaping if you want. That's easy.
I mean, women
have to do
escape.
Plenty of escaping.
Oh, like their entire body, so they can do a little bit of effort.
If you could do one piece of it. Jeez. You know what I'm not a fan of?
The shaved
legs on a man.
If you're a swimmer,
Ooh,
and you have to do it for your sport, then yes.
You have an excuse. I'm talking about the normal man out and about living his life.
No, that's
I
I
want to know which legs are mine and which ones are yours.
You're rubbing.
You're
rubbing down.
Oh,
that's
for some reason I've got a weirdness about that. I don't prefer a shaved-legged man. Is that just me?
No, I don't like it either.
Yeah.
It's too feminine.
Yeah, if you're going to the Olympics though, do your thing. That's fine. Now I've got the giggles. Now we're done. All right. This question's not going to help. Would you date a man who wore a romper?
Okay, probably not. If you wore it for like a theme thing, say it was like 4th of July, and you had like a flag romper that was dope, I would laugh, but I'd be like, "Don't you go wearing that like on the day to day?"
Yeah, like saying you're just going for a stroll on the boardwalk.
Yeah, like calm down.
Yeah,
do not wear a romper. Women barely look good in rompers. Man,
I don't wear rompers.
No,
you gotta be real skinny type.
I just feel like it makes you look like a little
and kind of
toddler.
Tall. You be real tall. I think helps.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, but it's like a little kid outfit is what I've always thought of it.
And then it's like, it's just very inconvenient taking the whole
one
romper
pieces.
off.
Yeah,
I really hope that this new craze doesn't. I don't hope that men think it's just a joke. I don't think that men are really gonna start wearing these. I mean, at least I hope.
Yeah, that's the thing with clothes. It's like I don't judge anybody for wearing anything you want to wear. Wear whatever you want to wear.
Except for rompers.
Except that. No, but it's the problem of like, but will I be attracted to it?
Right.
That's a different thing. That's a different beast. I don't judge you for it, but like, can I find myself attracted to that look? I just don't know. I
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what I'm instinctually into. You know, I like a man in a jean.
A
pant.
fitted jean.
Like a pant. Not too skinny.
No.
Yeah, the pants are getting real skinny on the
They're
men.
like skinnier than what I wear. And I don't even know how that happens.
Yeah. I don't want them skinnier than what I wear. We're not in a competition. We're not.
A lot of musicians do that these days, though.
Very popular. Yeah, and I'm like, are you wearing smaller jeans than me?
Yeah, they are.
Makes me nervous. How do you feel about a man capri?
I feel like that's a very European thing.
Yes.
I feel like some men can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't usually like the look, but maybe like a little bit of a rolled up is okay. But when it gets to the calf length, it gets kind of weird.
So are you more okay if it's rolled up versus just a short pant? Because when it's rolled up, it's a little bit of like a rock style.
Yes. I'm okay with that.
Versus like a full-on pant that just is a capri.
Yeah, I don't like
different look.
That usually, no.
Okay. So no European men from a job.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Nice. Okay. What was your first kiss like, and how old were you?
Ooh,
Do
man,
you
I
remember?
was young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was. God, now I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Which one? Who? Who were you?
I'm pretty sure it was
I had to rack my brain a little
Nick
bit.
Eddy in like second grade.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Dang! I
I
just
just
met
named
him.
you. Whoops.
I just met him. That's funny.
And then yeah, it was just very basic. We didn't know what we were doing.
No, second grade. What are
I
you?
know. I was advanced for my time.
Yeah, I was not. I feel like I was a late bloomer in everything but the boob region.
Yeah. I mean, yes, second and third grade, I had kissed a few boys. And it was like one of those things where like you'd be like at a dance or something. Like, and I don't know, I was like the person to make the first move usually. And
You're
I
the
was
aggressor,
like, I was
though.
aggressive
Yeah.
for little Michelle.
You crazy.
Yeah.
You
I don't
crazy.
know what I was thinking. I think it was my friends being like, you should kiss him. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do it.
Oh man. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
too shy for that stuff. I didn't have my first kiss till I was 16.
Dang.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we went to it was a boy I worked with, and we went to Mission Beach for a stroll, and we ended up sitting next to a lifeguard tower. And then first kiss, boom,
It had happened.
it happened. I felt like a late bloomer. I'll tell you. I was like,
Yeah.
finally, I got a
tell all my
car.
friends I finally had my first kiss. 16.
Yeah, I think I was a little sheltered. I was a little sheltered. I don't know. Is that a normal age or not?
I don't
I
know.
feel like
we
a
have
real first kiss.
We had a reverse spectrum, so I don't know
This
what's
is very
normal.
true. This is very true.
I feel like probably most people in middle school end up
Really?
kissing. I don't know.
Dang. What was your first remember your first dance in middle school?
Yeah, they were always so awkward.
Yeah, you gotta put the hands on the shoulders.
Oh my life.
That's my first middle school dance song.
I'm waiting for someone. Yeah.
Casey and JoJo. Yes. Can't remember who that was,
Yeah.
but had my arms on his shoulders, stiff,
Arm length
straight out,
apart.
no body contact.
Step touch.
Step
And then
touch.
where do you look? Do you look him straight in the eye? You had all these thoughts.
He was a little
What
older
am I
than
supposed
me.
to do?
I was looking up, I was looking down, I was everywhere. I didn't
And
know
then-
where to look.
Then the fast songs came on, and you're like,
And it's the Macarena all of a sudden, and you're like, okay.
oh, you're like, I got this one.
Yeah.
Macarena.
We had a Macarena contest in our middle school
Yes.
at one point. I'm pretty sure I came in pretty solid on it.
I believe that. You're a great
Yeah,
dancer.
Stop it.
Yeah, you are.
Stop it. When
You
I let myself.
When you just be free and breezy.
When I let myself. Who was your first celebrity crush?
I definitely was into JTT for sure.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah.
What was the name of that show? Home Improvement.
I like Leonardo DiCaprio, of course.
I like grown-up Leonardo better than I liked little kid Leonardo. I
Really?
wasn't into him when he was young.
I was super into Brad Pitt.
Yeah. He's a good-looking man. You can't really
yeah.
deny that. It's
Who
not
else?
deniable. Oh, the Johnny Depp.
Paul Walker.
He was
Rest in
beautiful.
peace.
He was beautiful.
I miss him.
I remember my awakening to men.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tell that story.
I was 11. I went to see George of the Jungle in the theaters, and Brendan Fraser in George of the Jungle. I just remember sitting there in the theater, looking up at him and going, "Yeah, I like men. I like men. I don't understand what any of that means at the age of 11, but I want one of those one day. How's that work? How's that work? I don't even know, but." I just left the theater a different person that day.
I love it.
Yeah, I was awakened by Brendan Fraser.
That should be one of the books you read. Awakened by Brendan Fraser.
Yes, I should have him write the foreword. What's he doing?
He's kind of disappeared.
I know. He needs a comeback. He was great. Last one. Okay, so this one is fill in the blank with one word. Men want to be blank. Women want to be blank. My brain went and just random association. My first thought was men want to be respected.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it.
I feel like that's at the root of a lot of what men might want. I
I think my blank would be men want to feel needed.
Mm.
I think a lot of men want to be able to give things to you, to offer you financial support. They want to be able to fix your problems. They want to be able to be there for you.
Yeah. I agree. And I feel like that's in my head what my word is wrapped into, that respect thing, is because respecting is like that I am the one, like the breadwinner, you know, that kind of a classic. Or how the concept, you know, where they always say where like women want to talk about their problems and men automatically just want to jump into the solve.
Right.
That's how we think differently. Whereas a lot of times women just want somebody to listen.
Yeah.
But like men have a different mentality of like, well, I can take care of it. I can handle it. Now, what do you think women would want to be? Appreciated?
That's a big one.
They
want to feel wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They want to, like, I guess that's the same as a man, but like they want to know that you love them and appreciate everything that you do for them, and that you are also respected, but like they covet you, like you were a part of their world.
Yes. Women don't like to feel like an option.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I think they just want to be loved unconditionally.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I think kind of men and women want the same, like very similar things. I think women want more of that emotional aspect for sure. But because a lot of women have had a lot of rejection in their life and they just want to feel validated.
Yes. That's an interesting question. I guess you could say most men have had a lot of rejection too. But maybe it's a matter of like, I don't know, if you think about if they go after more women on the regular because they're usually more of the aggressor. Like that's one thing, because some guys can go after women and they brush off the rejection a little bit because they're like, whatever, it's like a numbers game. Like I'm talking to as many as I can. I'm just whatever. That's the kind of the role that they have chosen to play. But it's like sometimes when women feel rejection, it's almost a little bit, I don't know, maybe we think it's harder.
Maybe take it a little bit more personally.
Maybe. And I don't know, because I don't know exactly how men take it. But I know women may tend to take it more personally, especially if we're really attempting to go after a particular person.
Yeah.
Because we don't do that role as often, maybe, as a man would. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That thought.
I think what I want out of a relationship is just, I want to be best friends with the person that I'm with, and just, you know, obviously I've heard that infatuation, you know, goes away after a while, that feeling, that in love feeling. And just to be with someone who respects you, you're on the same page with, you're confident around them, you're able to laugh together, and
they enhance you.
They enhance you, definitely.
They bring out the good parts.
And it's just a mutual respect and understanding and that open communication with people, you know?
It's huge. And I feel like it's harder to find that.
Yeah.
It's way harder. For sure. I don't know if it's going to get, I don't know.
It's hard to put it into that one word, though.
It's really hard to put into one word. But for some reason, respected and appreciated popped into my head. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Men want respect. Women want a little bit of appreciation. I think because we're very natural givers.
Oh, yeah. That's ingrained into who we are as women, usually.
If I feel appreciated, I mean, I go above and beyond most of the time.
I want to go and do things
for
that guy and bring him gifts and give him massages and do all these things, because it's like, I like being a giving person, you know?
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah, it does. It does feel good to give back. Well, that's weird, you know, even because, you know, I've been cooking more lately. But I was thinking about, like, I know how to cook for me, but in the last couple of years, I'm like, I really want to, like, be able to cook nice things so I can cook for someone else.
Share with someone so they can appreciate it.
Yeah. I want to be able to cook for somebody else.
Nice.
I don't know what that means. Is like, I'm an adult now. I don't know what it means. It's very confusing to me, but we do know that they may be eating a lot of jalapenos.
I like that.
Nice. We got through all the questions. Part 2 is done. Thank you, Michelle, for doing this again.
It was fun.
All right, everybody. That's it for part 2 of this listener-fueled Q&A session, and I hope you had a little fun with it. Thanks for being here with me, and I hope you'll keep joining me every Tuesday for new podcasts. If you'd like to be supportive, subscribe and leave a nice rating on iTunes. I'd really appreciate it. And keep in touch with me. I really want to hear from you guys. So you can find me on the socials at Courtney Diamond, or you can head over to CourtneyDiamond.com to keep up with my blog and get in touch. And with that, I'm out of here. Hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.